So I've been struggling to find out what to say. I asked all of you guys to tell a story. And as most of you know, my memories turned to shit because of chemo, so I don't really have a story. So it's been really nice going over and listening to yours, trying to recover some of my memory. Because of this, I've been able to catch up with a lot of you. A lot of you guys have families now, spouses, and you're doing great. And I think that's been my main takeaway. I wanted to tell a story about Ryan, but our childhood wasn't normal. As adults, a lot of you guys have these heartwarming stories about Ryan, where he just went above and beyond for you and just showed absurd amounts of humanity and taking care of people. But that's not the Ryan I grew up with. Ryan, Jared, and I were fucking hellraisers. We'd if you listen to Jared's stories, we would break into abandoned houses and if I was an adult meeting a kid like me, I would have hated that kid. And then we were constantly picking on each other. It was relentless. To a point to where it skewed my perceptions of humor. I don't know if you guys have met many Northerners, but if you treat them like we treated each other, even though that's your love language, you're trying to show affection, they get weirded out. They don't know how to take a joke. And it's a trip. And there's so many things that can go wrong raising people. So on paper, our relentlessly abusive friendship and picking on each other and getting into trouble. We had so many strangers pull guns on us because they thought we were home invaders. We should not have turned out okay. But then meeting all of you guys and catching up with you, everybody turned out in the best possible scenario. And you'll meet people and they'll have a kid and you'll be like, oh fuck man, you should not have had a kid. But I'm glad everybody has had kids because they're gonna raise amazing kids because everybody's turned out into an amazing person. And Ryan was the nexus of all of it. I was friends with Jared first, and he's like, hey man, come meet this friend of mine. And he took me over to Ryan's house. And then Ryan and I instantly bonded, and then I would hang out with Ryan more than I ever did Jared. And Ryan was always the nexus that brought more and more people to the fold. And it was weird that people wanted to be friends with us because, like I said, we were fucking shitty. Maybe the explanation for it is if you polish a rock, you gotta tumble it. And so maybe all of us picking on each other for so many years, and then once we became adults, all those hard edges had been polished out. And now everybody knows how to treat other people with respect and dignity. There's not a single bigoted bone in anybody that we were friends with. I mean, Scott became a narc, but we all knew that there was no saving Scott. Yeah, Ryan attracted people to him, and because of which everybody has become the best possible people. So he left a mark and changed everybody for the better. and like his world is definitively less in his passing. But all of us that knew him are better people because of it. And that's like some corny ass shit to say, but it's like all I could think of. I'm gonna miss you, brother.